Join us on the Shark Stream. And join us on Shark Stream.
Join us on the Shark Stream.
Join me on the Shark Stream.
Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic, chicken calling at you from the other side. Shark Stream, going live. You're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everybody,
Gotta change your names.
we got it.
Mhm.
It is all set.
Oh, the scores.
Oh, those. Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is Brian Kicking Chicken, sitting here with Bobby Hunt. We're in the final of the Mike Douglas Josh NorthEast tour. Bear with me a second. We're just doing the housekeeping here. All right. Thanks for joining us for what promises to be an exciting final.
I won't be able to eat if I close the door.
We're waiting.
I think this boy's some dead pop right now.
Yeah, he didn't spend any
Yeah,
time
he
sitting
just-
drinking beers. He was
Mhm.
he was keeping limber, practicing up. Is Nick Charette from Montreal. We have an international final, right? We got Germany.
Mm.
He overdrew that one.
Russell, I don't know what the payouts are. I only heard it from a distance. It sounded like 1500,
Well, yeah.
1500 and 975 or something like that. I'm not counting Calcutta.
Well, he's going to go 3 rail position, I
Yeah.
believe.
I think so.
And it looks like it's laying pretty good for that. Might be worrying about this side pocket on the way back around though, because he's going to go track toward, close toward that top corner. Oh wow, he just went to play safe.
Wow.
Great
I'm
spit. And
surprised.
you can't fault him. I
Oh,
mean, it would have
boy.
been nice if he locked him a little closer on the 9.
This one I like to see him come across this way.
Yeah, because you can
get
get
good
distance.
chance to save him. Coming that way, I don't be hard to save him.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna have a 9 ball in the middle.
Mm. And this way you can leave the cue ball down here or up here.
Yeah, he's a good enough player that he should be able to.
Good. Oh, wait a minute, Brian.
He might make it.
Oh, I thought he made it. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, he sold it out a little bit.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, you're welcome. Thank you. But he left it tough. This man's made some good cuts, so I don't think he's going to have any problem.
No, and if he cuts this and he just avoids that side pocket, he should be in perfect shape for the 9.
Got a long bridge.
Everything about him's long,
Yeah.
right? He's
It's slim.
big, lanky guy. He doesn't have any problem reaching,
Look at that nice stroke.
and he got under that side pocket.
And
we're
his first
talking
set-
about.
There's a race of 9. It goes 2 sets. It's 7. Second set, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. All right. What's the first rack?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we got to watch him rack it again.
Yeah, he's having his problems. Yeah.
Well, he escaped last set.
He's just having a devil of a time. I asked him about it. He said, I don't know what's wrong. It just won't rack good. They want the first 3 balls to be frozen.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, you got to at least freeze the first 3.
That's why I'd like to see the spot. At least that
The spot will settle the
it'll
one
settle
ball
for a
down.
while. At least you get the tournament over.
Right. You can't watch this for the rest of the final.
Hmm.
But it was interesting that we weren't seeing it. We're only seeing it with Christoff. We weren't seeing it with Jesse.
Mm.
Was it that he was less
I'm thinking Jesse Rack
critical?
a little high.
Well, that's always the option.
Yeah,
Go up a little
that's
high,
normal.
get out of the dimples.
It's normally what we do.
Get out of the dimples. The cloth gets dimpled from all that
Just checking every single crack.
hard cracks. Yeah, well, he likes to look the racks over. Yeah. Okay, well, he's accepting it.
Nice break. Nothing went in. Once again, they broke good and nothing's following. One. Hmm.
You got a mess down there in the corner.
If you can get the cue ball over there on the long rail past the 3, I think the 8's dead. What everybody's looking at.
Oh, to carry him on the
Off the 2, maybe
underside.
Yeah, 2 and 9. I mean, that's the only thing I see. Or if he wants to be aggressive, he can break
Go
it
at it right now. He's
got the
playing
shot.
perfect for it. Yeah.
And if you hit it firm, and you hit that 2, you should have some kind of a
Yeah.
view with a 2 ball.
I think you hit this one as thin as you need to make it go, and
hit
you
it firm.
hit like an 11 o'clock cue ball. I think you're tracking right for it. And you might end up with a 2-9 out of it, by the way.
Well, let's see.
He's doing that. Okay, well, he ended up with a problem.
He got enough 2 bags. He hit that about as good as
He
could.
came into him pretty good.
Can you get?
He's going to be able to spin into
Well, I'm
it.
thinking he can spin off with left off the side. Can he kick
Yeah.
it behind the 9?
That's what I think.
Oh.
I think he's already shrugging his shoulders and everything,
Mhm.
but hey, this is cool, man. I think you just get in there and do what you have to. Oh, he looks like he's got a shot without spinning it into the rail.
Yeah, he did. Nice hit. That was his English.
Coming in hot.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
You guys need anything else? You got something to drink?
I have one. I'm fine. Thank
All
you.
right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh,
Open for a little while.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Got a whole bunch of names. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about it. I was just thinking years ago, there was a guy in California who was doing live stream like this, and he would do the commentary too. So he was doing one with, I think it was Connecticut Richard was playing Efren. I don't remember how he played, but the guy who was, doing the commentary, a couple of times he's also got the hand on the camera. More than once, you'd see the camera slowly aim at the floor, and you could hear he falls asleep.
Oh, great.
It was great.
That's great.
So I figured as long as we don't fall asleep, we should be all right.
Oh, we don't have to be the favorite. He's going to try to slide that cue ball underneath that 6, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I would think so. I don't see much else any better.
Yeah. That worked out pretty good. And honestly, I think, well, let's see if he's got the angle. Because he might be able to go rail first. No, now it looks like he needs a big Massey to get rail first. Yeah, just pass really with a big Massey spin. That could hit the ball, possibly make it. He's doing the old double measure. Most people use their stick. Yeah, I do too.
Well, you know, if he hits it, it's going to go towards the corner. You know, he doesn't ever shoot before he's ready, does he?
No, he takes his time. Well, it was a good result.
Maybe, yeah. I would think he's even rolled a 2 on the other side of 7. Try to put 7 between the cue ball and the 2. I don't see much else. Might have been really good. I don't think it peaked out at all. That monitor looks like it peaked out a little bit. You hit it.
Nice hit.
Oh,
I thought he was bouncing into the side.
yeah, I don't like
He
it.
actually ended up with a block.
Looks like I don't think he can hit the ball. If he does, he can hit the edge of it. Ask him what kind of cue he plays.
Christoff is playing with a Sean with a Mez shaft.
Oh.
And Nick is playing with a Mez.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Nice shot. Oh, that's inside. A nice kick too.
Mez is very well represented in the final.
I'm thinking he's going to go at some point. A 6-9 maybe. I don't see anything else.
He breaks it up before. The 5 on the side may offer him a chance to break into it.
Is that perfect?
Really did. Oh, no. He missed that easy ball. That's one. You need any?
Yeah, I'm fine. All right. Evelyn, I don't think we have any action going on in the booth.
Don't you worry about what's happening in this booth, Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm not betting on these guys. I'm betting I'm home for dessert.
Trying to get to that chocolate cake, right?
But we do play a little one pocket.
Uh-oh.
That
Pass it.
might be
Look at
great.
this. He's going to fix the problem and
Fix
save
the-
him with it.
Can't tell. Did it leak out?
Nope. He's going to have to jump half the ball. Very makeable 4-ball, but he's going to have to jump. Oh, unless he chooses to kick at it, but I think jumping half the ball is the thing.
It looks like he's jacking up and swirling it.
Or swerve.
That's what it looks like. Well, good thing if he makes it. I'd probably be behind the 7, actually. Jack, Chicken's a better one-hole player in this booth. He tried to jump the edge and didn't get it up.
Yeah.
The nice thing about one pocket, even as you get older, you can keep playing it pretty well.
But not as you get fatter. I'm no competition for Bobby in any of the games.
You didn't give up your childhood either.
No, and I'm celebrating it again.
Yeah, I think we still are.
All right, he's in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, you got the little ankle.
He draws back, right?
I think you just roll it in and play the 6 over there.
Yep, you could do that.
It looks
too.
like it's almost straight.
Yeah, he's got options. He's
Oh, no, he
thinking about
must
drawing
have
into
a-
the side pocket.
He must have an angle because I thought it's straight in, but it looks like he's drawing it.
Yeah, and if he gets down there, it'll be perfect for the 6 to the 7. Just like he pointed.
Yeah, very nice.
I'll just slide down a little. He wants to be fairly straight, but not enough to get the 9 anywhere near wrecking his day. That looks perfect.
Very good. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it did, right? Yeah.
But we had a nice start to the final match.
Yes, we did.
Both players stuck them out shooting. That's good.
Christoff ties it up 1-1. At least we can leave the door open. We don't have to worry about Mike yelling anymore in the microphone
No.
since we're in the final. Who won the
You asked who won the second chance?
Yeah, no. Well,
I have no idea.
no, who won the Jobs Q?
Oh, I don't know. I came back in the booth
Okay.
as they were still doing it.
Is Nick having any problem racking?
No. Help you? Oh, we're doing. You didn't know what was
noticed
going
it.
on in here. They've been disappearing. Oh, so what happened?
He's in perfect shape here. He drifts across for the 2 ball. And the 2 is going to lay him nicely for the 3
Oh, got 3, 4, 5.
and the 5-8. Yeah.
I don't see anything that's
looking pretty good. Just maintaining the 4 ball with the 5 ball with the 8 ball combo.
Yeah, he wants to be dead straight on it if he can.
Nice shot. I think he just drifts up to play the 4 past the 8 ball in the corner there, right?
You don't think that?
Unless he draws straight back.
I was thinking he stops. It looks like it's straight in the side.
Oh, maybe he plays the side
I mean,
pot.
it looks pretty straight from here. Oh, there must have been. Oh boy.
Yeah, he
Hey,
did
but I
that.
hit that good. Nice shot. Yeah, he had a little bit of an angle.
I'll tell you, Bob. And you talk about not playing the sides. That's on a normal table. This table, especially, if I can avoid a shot into that side, I'm liking it.
Yeah, and these pockets, on these side pockets, it's
Man, oh man. I think he's in pretty good shape here. Is he gonna? He's not going to try to play the 5 here, right? He's going to play the combo.
he's gonna play the.
Yeah,
Biggie's gonna play the combo, and everything else is hanger after that.
Yep.
6, 7, 9. Oh wait a minute, I was wrong.
He wanted to try to get that ball loosened up.
Maybe he wasn't dead like we thought.
It was.
Looks like he's got,
but it was.
he's got a pretty easy save right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. I'm surprised that happened.
What's the easy save?
Then the 5 did a rail. Your ball goes here. 5 bounces tiny bit behind the 8. I mean, he'll be able to hit it, but he won't have a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have to kick at it too, but easy kick. Now, can he come this way? It's hard to tell.
I think he's trying to feather and get up table.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
You got to worry about this.
It's gonna come over here somewhere.
Like the side pocket.
I think so.
He's done pretty good.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Did he let him see the edge?
If he doesn't have the edge, I'll tell you, if I'm kicking at this, I am definitely hitting that counter, that second counter, and hoping to knock the 5 into the 8.
It looks like his
For the
head
make.
catches the bottom. Of
It really
the 8.
does.
Looks like it.
I mean, might be able to make it just. I mean, you can make it without the 8's help.
I think the 8 makes the
Make
bigger-
your choice.
bigger target.
I believe it does.
Plus, if you get to 4 coming out, 5 coming out, you're going towards the 6.
Right.
Oh,
And he overdid it,
yeah.
showing a little more of that frustration.
Excuse me. I thought we'd see billions today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what? You must have had a good. If he has a choice between shooting
Yeah, you're right.
and watching, he wants to play.
I don't blame you. I played Tommy today.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah.
6:30. They're done by now.
So, what do you do with the 7 ball position to the 8? Do you try to get near the spot?
I really don't mind making a 7 on the side and stopping dead or anywhere in that area.
And just come 2 rails with
Yeah,
it?
because it's 2 rails or 3.
Yeah.
But I like 2 in this case.
Mhm.
That 3rd rail on that line is that bank shot you like.
Yeah.
So I'd rather this one. I would probably do it too. He's just got to go back and forth, and he's perfect once again.
Yep.
He
He'll just
really does
stop it.
get on. Always seems to be just about perfect. What happened in the good old days when Americans were the only pool players in the world? My God, now
There-
everyone plays
There,
good.
there you go, opening those welcoming arms to the international
Oh,
crowd.
The whole world's playing great.
I tell you what, let's just say thank goodness they're not letting the Asians have a swipe at the Moscone,
Oh, yeah.
because then the Brits, all the Europeans and the Americans
They're not
will
beating,
not they don't have to win anymore.
no, they're not beating. The Asians win every year.
You're after the billions of people.
You get that about
It's a beautiful shot.
Very nice. He really is He stays in line once he gets in line. Nice shot.
Good out, Nick.
Nice shooting.
You've always been able to find anything you need with a smartphone. Now you can use it to find a game of pool with the Solado app. Anywhere, anytime. You can even host a game, tournament, or lesson, and make money. See where you stack up against all the other players worldwide in the Solado ranking system. Use your ranking to qualify for invitationals, large payout tournaments, and events. The pool table is your arena, your stadium, your court. It's harder than people think, but you don't care. The only way to get to the next level is to play more. The more you play, the more you win. Solado is the world's premier pool community, uniting players everywhere. Connect with the community, find and host games, and keep your stats. Pool isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle. Join Solado today to find your game.
Okay, back to the action here. We're still inspecting racks. The racking's become never been that big of an issue, but I believe these guys, if they're having that much problem, the cloth has to be dimpled. Roll it forward a little bit. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way we use this rack. I do think there should just be a neutral rack. You know, you got 16 tables, get 4 rack boys out there. Give them a few dollars. I mean, back in the 70s when I was playing, that's how they did it.
Yeah.
They have
Or
a
a
rack
couple of
with
bucks to the kid. Yeah.
3, 4 tables, and you take the rack he gives you.
When I was a kid, the first place, well, it's actually second place, but I used to skip my high school and go to this place. And the old man there, he used to let me clean up around there. Plus the guys would have me rack for them. They'd throw me a quarter a rack.
Yeah.
And back in the 70s, you know, that was nice. That was good money.
I remember the guy rack boy would have like the good humor change.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he'd have the apron.
Tie it up in the back. There's a lot of guys that used to have those. There was something specific to pool, and I know you've run into it before, where guys would wear their nice clothing and it would protect the players.
Yeah.
And it would protect the players. I would never be caught in it myself.
No, I couldn't do that.
It was just too weird, but that was the thing. And it was pool specific.
I played a guy in Winston-Salem one night, North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and he was being staked by the owner, and the owner was also the rack boy. So when he would go to rack and break, I mean, when he would rack him, you could see white knuckles. Now it's my turn to break. I could see gaps from the top of the table. I mean, half inches.
Well, there
Oh
was,
my
as
God.
soon as you started explaining the story, there was a problem with it. You got the guy who's staking him is racking.
I got one more about getting racked. I was playing a guy in Delaware, and this was in a bar late one night.
Yeah.
And I had just beaten him for some money a couple days earlier. So we're playing again, and the guy who brings me in, his job is to make sure I'm safe. Well, the guy I'm playing is being staked by the bartender. I order a Coke. They put some
You got
Visine or something.
You got jarred.
Yeah, I got jarred.
Hey, by the way, anybody that doesn't know, Visine can actually kill you.
Yeah, well, they were trying to kill me, but so they jar me, and it does, but you don't miss every ball. It's like every now and then you miss by 2 feet. Well, as this is going later into the night, I'm starting to get cramps, and I think I'm just dogging it. I'm sick. Well, it turned out it got to the point it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I remember I was only stuck about 400, 450, and I said to the guy with me, "I can't play anymore. I have these bad cramps." And we hate quitting the guy because we just won a couple days earlier.
Uh-huh.
So we quit, and I was stuck a little. We back to the place I was staying, And we brought another guy in the next day, Kenny Wellman, to try to beat the same guy. And when he got there, everybody in his bar is laughing about the Yankee that they had jarred the night before.
Terrific.
So now I'm feeling sorry for myself. I decided I'm going to quit pool. If they're going to try to kill me over a pool game, I'm going home. So I left. I went back to Connecticut. I got a job landscaping. 3 weeks later, I said, I'd rather die. And I went back down there.
They keep working out here.
Yeah, and it's funny, those guys, years later, we talked about it, and I wasn't mad. They were doing what was necessary to beat me. The fool with me was supposed to protect me, but they try to kill me.
Well, Nick goes ahead another one, 3-1. And normally you'd think Visine would be helpful for your eyesight, but I guess not when ingested.
Apparently it throws off.
When you ingest it, it's
threw
all
off
another story.
I don't know if it was Visine. It was something.
No,
They said
listen,
it-
Bob, I swear to you, I saw it was either a Dateline or a 48 Hours. One of those crime shows, whodunits. It was a lady that put Visine in her husband's drinks
Yeah, but-
and killed him.
well, my point was they weren't trying to kill me. Whatever the drug they gave me, and I say Visine, it threw off your depth perception.
Oh, okay.
And I think the reason I got sick was they probably made it in the back room at the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Normally
Yeah.
when you get jarred, you don't know you're
Sure.
missing. I got these cramps, but yeah, it throws off your. I'd heard
Well-
they used it for people jumping out of planes, paratroopers, so they can't judge the ground coming up. I don't know if that's true or not.
Wow.
I just know the guy's name was Stewart that tried to get me. And
Old Stewie.
And there
Stewie got you.
Hopkins happened to be in the bar that night and he left. And the next time I saw him, I made a comment to him. I said, what happened? He goes, I knew you were in a bad spot, Bob, so I left. So, but it was in
You're in a bad spot. You
it was right near
wouldn't be able to bet on you.
Yeah,
A buck.
but it was right near Cal Ripken's, where he has a baseball stadium down there.
Yeah.
Just north of Baltimore.
Boy, who had bluer eyes? Cal Ripken or Paul Newman?
Paul Newman was pretty good.
Yeah, those were pretty good.
Pretty good.
What do we got here? A tough one ball.
Tough one too. Peter's speaking up.
Hey, aren't you still in the tournament? I've been looking everywhere for you. Don't tell me you went out yesterday.
I heard he and Bruce were palling around last night.
Oh yeah, your new buddy.
Yeah.
You're out there painting the town red.
You and Bruce. And Peter, it was an episode of Storyteller, but people seem to like the story, so I was telling it. When are you doing your episode?
Yeah, we got to get Pete.
Let Bruce do his interview.
So that's the push out.
And it's good as anything. I think if there's going to tell me to shoot.
I would just try to just go cross corner with it. Probably not going to go. Play it at a speed where you end up in the middle of the counters and get the cue ball back up table. If it happens to go, you're probably going to have a 2-ball shot.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. The only thing I was thinking, hit easier, try to leave the cue ball here with the 9-ball in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't go that far. He did what you did, but he's got a good shot of leaving a 1-ball hanging.
Yeah, it would have went.
Yes,
It had a
yes, Cliff.
chance.
We're talking about Snuggles. He just left,
Hey,
by the
Cliff.
way.
Yeah, he just took off. He was here.
He high-fived a few people. He told me he was going to rob everyone and left.
Signed a couple autographs and took off.
Nobody asked for the autographs.
No, but he signed them
He
anyway.
just grabbed the
He
picture.
left them at the front desk in case, just in case. Well, you can get back over for the 2 pretty good, I
Yeah,
think.
you just got to worry about the side a little bit.
Maybe he stays below it. No, he went above it.
Hit that nice.
He did.
Perfect shot.
He just got to avoid this
Yeah,
this 5-ball
just got to
on the way across
I think he's going to come over here.
to play. Yeah,
So the 5 wouldn't
he
be an
wants to
issue.
come above the 5 though here. Should do nicely.
Oh, he missed.
He had the position.
I'm shocked when I see him miss.
Right.
He hits so many balls so good.
He's a very precise player. Yeah. Where's the safety here, Bob?
This would be one I might put the 2 over on this side and
You got to
put the
explain
cue
where
ball.
people can't. They don't
Oh,
know
I
what
would
you're saying.
hit the right side of the 2, try to put the 2 on the long rail, on the left side of the table,
Mhm.
try to leave the cue ball over on the right side of the table.
Yep.
Or he could, but there's so many choices. He could thin the two on the left and leave them, like just what he did, leave them long. Problem with that is there's a good chance
Well, it's
leave
leaking
the
out.
two
Yeah.
ball, you're going to probably have a shot at it,
Yeah.
but it's a long shot.
On this table, yeah, this is not a
Yeah.
gimme ever, but it's straight in. If he could get and he has enough of the cue ball, he could draw back.
Yeah.
We've seen these guys today make incredible draws. I think Jesse had
Jesse
the
had
best draw of the
That's
day.
one I saw, yeah. That was a great stroke.
It was incredible. Yeah.
This one, he's got to draw. If he's going to draw, he's got to draw it about 2 feet at least. I think he's going forward, Brian. Doesn't it look like he's going forward?
Yeah, he's cueing high. Well, then he has a little angle. Yeah, he was coming back pretty good.
And he did get back here.
Yeah, he did.
Well, let's see what Christoff does.
Christoph's got to be out here. It'll be his choice if he wants to play them both in that same pocket. Looks like he's
Yeah, I
put
think
inside
so.
in, so he will.
Normal table, I would try to hold it and have played the 3 in the other corner.
Mhm.
But this one's so bouncy. I think you have to go the extra rail or 2
Agreed. Yeah.
because it's so bouncy.
Well, he doesn't like that he's left himself a little bit of an angle that wants to go towards
You
the
think that-
7.
Yeah, that gonna go to
So
the
can he
bottom?
sneak below the 7?
I don't know.
Otherwise, you got to think about what you're doing here.
I can't tell what he's doing. Looks like
He
he's
wants to play, yeah,
center full and hit it hard. Yeah.
backwards and looks up the corner pocket. That's good. He looks like he has angle enough to go out to the middle table.
Well, Renee, Nick's looking pretty good so far. I think he made 1 mistake in the last 2 sets.
Well, he's got a nice following. His Canadian friends
Yeah.
are looking in on him. I think so, Evelyn. Think he's going to play both of those balls in the same pocket.
I think he would have liked to be a little straighter. Nobody really likes bouncing across on this.
No,
Because you might get straight on the 7 doing that, and then you'll have another problem.
he maintained a nice angle
Yeah,
though
he hit that
in
nice.
this
Very
one.
nice.
Now you're pretty automatic. Just drift straight down the table.
Julian Corbett asked what part of Canada is he from?
Quebec, Montreal.
Oh, Christoff got perfect.
Joanne, you know where that church is? Like a block or 2 down from the Poutine stand. You know Poutine? You know what that is? I know the Canadian guys do.
Christoff. Excuse me. Huh? Joanne knows it.
I had a yeah, good. I had a lovely lady, Sylvie, French Canadian girl from Acadia section, and she used to always tell me about this Poutine, and I finally had her bring me some down on one of her trips, and oh my God, with this it was fantastic, just phenomenal. It's like a potato pudding with meat, corn, all kinds of wonderful things. Big comfort food.
Evelyn, I don't know if they are diamond rails, but they are really bouncy. It's
Well,
also
they've been bouncier than usual.
yeah, it's also a
last
little
2
wet,
days.
wet in here, but they are very bouncy and very quick.
And yesterday it was
was
like
worse.
even more so.
Joanne.
Yeah, exactly.
Was he going to put the 1 behind the 3 or the cue ball behind the 3?
Looks like the cue ball.
Yeah, I think I would go the other way. Oh.
You take this on
I
to cut
thought-
it down the table.
I think so. But you know, there's not a great reward for making it, Brian.
Well, yeah, the 2.
How do you get to the 3? You almost have
Yeah,
to.
you're always
You
thinking
almost
too
have
many
to
balls
be.
ahead, Bob.
You almost have to be right here to get it.
Yeah,
It's tough. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done,
yeah,
but it's tough. If
yeah.
I
The odds are against you.
if I saw a good safe here, I'd shoot it.
Well, there is a good safe
Yeah,
in there,
I would shoot it.
like 2 or 3. You got 3 blockers that you could certainly use right out of the gate here. You could still try to drag the cue ball back by the 3 as well. Making the shot.
That's that pocket that comes. Well,
Sold it out.
I think so. I think he can make it.
Boy,
Looks
you know,
like-
it's hard. I'm looking at this
Looks like it.
overhead monitor. This isn't, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything.
No, I do think it goes. Let's look at the keeper. Once again, after he makes it, you know, if I did shoot this, I might try to draw 2 rails or 3 rails around. Give you a better chance of getting on the right side of it too.
Yep.
I think it's,
Oh, he was able to put some insight on it.
he had the whole ball.
Boy, if he was another
Like a
foot
4.5.
taller,
Yeah.
he'd be able to draw that past the 7 and get on the 3. But right now he's in, I think he's in a little bit
I
of
think
trouble.
so.
It comes back to what you're saying, this 2 ball getting to the 3 is a
That's why he had to get.
problem.
I was saying he had to get him
Right, yep.
before.
He's gonna go high, I think. Does he draw it?
He's going. If he doesn't hit the 8, he should be okay. Nice throw.
Look at this miserable. This is why
Look
pool,
at that.
this is why pool is such a miserable thing sometimes. He couldn't have hit that ball any better, and he got the short end of the stick. I figured those side pockets were so small, they should never bother you. But he found it. He found just the right
It's the right point.
pocket,
I mean,
pocket point.
He easily could have gone the other way,
Oh yeah,
but it had to go behind the 7.
absolutely.
But that was
Good
shot,
return.
Good shot.
Yeah, he'll have the
You
edge
better
of
hope
that.
you can't see the edge because that 9 ball's big.
Looks like a big carom shot, right? And it's free. You know, he could send that 3 up table if you could see enough of it. Stefan, you're saying that this will be his 3rd Joss win in a row? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if the 9 ball's going anywhere.
I think he's kicking from behind.
Oh, he went through the window.
Whoa.
Supposed to be 3/3, but Steve didn't get hit till 3/5.
Well, he didn't leave him a gimme, but he just leave him a shot. This is the shot they just missed on his last inning.
Does this one go in the side pocket?
Geez, I don't think so, Brian. Maybe if you were right next to it.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's a small target. I mean, I think it certainly goes. It's a great shot to do it.
Or he's gonna have a little
At least
challenge on the 5 position. Yeah,
that pocket, you got hit pretty good in that pocket. I would think he would hit this a little low left, spin it in, just to get back to the center of the table. But when the table's so bouncy, it might be hard to hold on the 5. What if he played that kid? That was great if he did.
boy, that threw it right down
Yeah, that was-
perfect for him.
Very nice. Could you roll it in, maybe play the 7 past the 9? Looks like it.
He may hit a rail up top and
Again, I thought
play
you
it.
could just roll it forward a foot, but
Oh, yeah, no, I get you.
but I think they have a bigger
You might be thinking about
angle.
more speed, yeah. No, he brushed it.
Oh, I like what he
Did he draw it to it?
I think
Oh,
that
that
was
was
a
a pretty
nice
good
shot.
idea.
Very nice.
Well, he developed it beautiful. Make this, and he's sure to have something for the 8 off the bottom rail,
Yeah, so
either corner or side.
missed it.
Oh,
I'm
he made the hard stuff.
I'm shocked every time he misses.
He really, yeah. And he was way short on his
Yeah.
8-ball position. It still would have been okay, but he was leaving himself a challenge. Does Christoff just say
I think
to himself, "This is a free roll. I'm going to bank it in,
looks like it. Make sure.
and I'll get great position too."
Came out perfect.
Boy, oh boy!
That was very fortunate. Good shot though.
Just draw back a few feet.
Looks like. Does he have an angle?
Boy, whatever. It looks like he's dead straight. Just draw back.
Yeah, that'll be.
He was able to slide it through.
Oh, yes,
Even
3 to
better.
3.
Nice shot.
Very nice.
So I just got a text. I saw that they had an early game for the women's national championship, and that team from
Oh, yeah.
Ireland lost to LSU
Oh,
by a good bit. And they played at 3:00. But tomorrow night we got our Huskies playing.
that's late.
I think they got past the 100. Is that? Oh, you said it's late.
After 9 o'clock.
Any UConn Husky basketball fans out there?
I hope so.
Gotta be. Might be the same thing. Might be the same thing going on with Earl Strickland when we're talking about him with the tennis wrap on his cue. That is a real tennis wrap that he uses on his cue, and it's because he's comfortable with it. He plays a lot of tennis. He's actually a good tennis player also. So I'll keep in mind not to challenge Nick to any tennis. Bob, you actually used to play tennis.
Yeah,
You're pretty good, right?
why wouldn't somebody? Boy, that was tough. I mean, Junior says he only plays 9-ball in a bucket.
I know that's not completely true. I've seen you win. Guy flew in just to play here on the table 8. You got past him. I remember that.
You know, I think table 8 might have been playing better than that.
Yeah, it was 4.5 inch.
Yeah, it is.
And the rails were actually, I think, better. Something happened.
Nice
Nice shot.
cut. There's been a few of those nice thin cuts.
Tommy, did you go see Billy today?
Jocelyn, right now they're playing Brunswick, Gold Crowns.
I think it's a GC3. Yeah, right, Tommy. You're right. It was 4.5 inch. Now it's 4.25. Tommy said he didn't go see Billy. Getting that real money, good.
Yeah, but it's not as much fun, Tommy. I remember you telling me that about 20 years ago. There's no fun in cashing a paycheck. Joanne, the plan, I guess, when they redo the tables, they're gonna open the pockets up again.
It's not for sure, but I think it's likely.
But they changed the rails last time they worked on the tables too.
They did.
These are
These were the
different.
ones from 4.
Yeah, these are different. People seem to like the way table 4 plays.
Now,
That should be the feature table. If everyone wants to be over there. There wouldn't be much traffic. Well,
one other difference, I don't know if you noticed. It was actually, for me, it was a downgrade in my, and this is subjective opinion. But they changed the rails completely, and along with the rails came the Formica tops. And this one, for whatever reason, that some people said they liked, and I think that's why they changed it, which was formerly on table 4. This is like a matte finish. And the ones that are now on table 4 are the original ones that were here, and they were glossier. And it's true. And I like the glossier top. For me, I don't want to feel a drag on it.
did they come through with a matte finish when they're new? Was it something someone did after?
I don't know. It might have been an option when they bought the tables. But I'll tell you what, you know how we're saying that the table is at times playing a little wonky? I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that they took the whole rail set from a different table that it wasn't delivered with originally and put it on there. They changed the whole top. I mean, you wouldn't think it would make a difference if it's the same series.
Something's changed.
Yeah. Right. Well, Nick is getting ready to go up 4-3.
Joanne is much more fun to watch run out pool. How do you like it when you're sitting in a chair and your opponent's running out in the biggest pockets you've ever seen? I mean, yeah, Tommy, he really plays good in control and everything. Force me.
Tommy, this is it. This is the final.
What does smooth mean?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Ancient.
Yeah, I believe so. Too.
Tommy, when you coming over to do some commentary? We need to fact check some of Bobby's stories.
Tommy tells a better story than me. I agree, Alan. That's torturous. That's why I stopped playing straight pool. You'd sit in there for an hour and not shoot. That was terrible. And Tommy, the Spaniards are down in Florida.
And Delgado actually was playing for the hot seat today. I don't know how he made out.
Delgado was supposed to play the German kid last Wednesday.
Not this one though. It was a different German guy.
Oh.
It was the other name
Oh, okay. I didn't know
that was close to this. He was going to play the kid named Maurice.
Oh,
First
I see.
name
Yeah,
Maurice.
yeah.
This kid's Christoff.
Time you wanted to roll extra far, it slowed the pace up. Yeah.
Well, if he can make it into the site, he might be able to develop this free a little bit.
That was awful tough on the side. I forgot.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is tough action there.
Well, he's got a fairly simple save.
Ended up to
You
the
know,
top rail.
Because he
Put the cue ball behind the three.
But I like going for the shot, just like that. He missed it.
He missed it bad.
The position was right there.
It was two-way too. And that, no,
I
maybe
think he
not.
left that one.
Might not have been free. I mean, you don't have to grammar correct yourself. We know what you're saying. I'm like that too. I spent half my life sitting there and redoing words I wrote to somebody. It's obvious what I was saying. He's playing with a full mez setup.
That's a miss.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the young
definitely.
man, Christoff is playing. What did I tell you he was playing with? It was a mez shaft.
Miss shaft I shown.
Shown, yeah, he was playing a shown cue.
So this is a miss.
All mez, yeah. And it was, and he said it's not even the top, like they have the different levels.
I know there's
So the most expensive one is called an exceed. This is not an exceed. This is the mid range.
What is mid range for them?
Range stuff could be in the 1,000, 1,500 range. Some of the exceed stuff is, a little fancier. Bob's had some nice stuff on it. It could be in the 225 range.
I remember Mez used to be a cheap cue.
Alvin's had a couple of nice
Yeah.
ones.
But everybody.
Oh, who had a really nice one also was Big Dave. Dave Longo and that. I'm not sure which one ended up with it.
Too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was saying Bobby Fasci.
Hey Joey, how are you? How come you weren't here?
Hey, good evening there, Joe.
Christoff is from Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Andy, how are you?
Good evening, Andy.
Tommy. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Tommy.
Well, Nick plays pretty good. Gotta say that for him.
On an earlier stream, I was mentioning I rode my motorcycle from here in Connecticut up to Montreal with my son on the back. He was 14 years old. We went to watch an Expos game. We took the train over to Montreal. I forget what the name of the stadium is. And we got pictures with my son with Youpie, if you know who Youpie is, which was the mascot for the Expos, the big furry mascot.
Did you play him then?
I offered him the 7. He wouldn't play. Said he got the belly hook too much with that outfit on. I said, welcome to my world.
I remember Misery one time shooting the ball, got up and said he got belly hooked on the ball. His tummy was on it.
And we're back even again, I guess, right? 4-4.
It's gonna go 2 sets.
If Christoff makes 9 first, yes, it is. If we need a second set, guys, it's going to be a race to 7. Come over to my house. I got a motorcycle in the garage. I'll show you. I ride the motorcycle and the sidecar at the same time.
That was a nice break. That may be the best break we've seen. This table didn't break well all day.
And 9 ball was getting close to going.
That was a nuts exercise bike.
Oh, Olympic Stadium. Okay. You know, David, they were having problems. You may remember this if you've been in Montreal for a while or Quebec area. They were having problems. They always had problems with that roof. They couldn't get it closed and it was raining. But it was a very cutting edge for the time.
I wonder if he's thinking about looking at 3.9, Brian. I don't see the 3 going in too many pockets.
Oh, well, the 3 will go up top.
Yeah, but
And that's about it. Yeah.
hard to get.
Might go on the side, but yeah,
Well, I'm
it's,
thinking if he gets here,
it's an easy combo.
you get good on it. Yeah.
Would you draw into this position or would you
No,
come around?
I go here, but I don't.
Do you
think-
try to go like around the 4-5?
I just try to get over here. Just get to the right.
In between the 4-5. That's what you're playing at.
No, in between the 5-7, like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But settle for whatever.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I don't see much anything any easier.
Well, he's heading down there.
Doing kind of what I thought. You got a little, not that bad. A little tinky made all the difference on this
I
shit.
still think it's on though.
I do too, but it would have been much easier from.
Oh yeah, he would have had less
Yeah.
less of a cut going on.
Excuse me, but I do think he has to shoot it. 1-4.
Oh, the 1976 Olympic Stadium. 1976, is that when they had the Expo? Must be because they named the team the Expo.
Montreal Expo.
Yeah, that was the World's Fair. They called it the Montreal Expo, right? They didn't even do that anymore, World's Fairs. Remember we had
Yeah.
2 of them in New York, one in the
Yeah.
30s. I went to the one in the 60s.
Yeah, that's when we went to.
Yeah.
We were still in junior high, I think.
You went to the one in the 30s too, right? You took,
Yeah,
you
I was-
were an adult.
I was panhandling. Get that a little full.
Is it going in?
No.
Come on.
You know what's funny?
That's
shot.
deep.
A couple of times I've seen him on those thin cuts miss them, but when he had the same cut with the object ball near the rail, he made every one. I think it's a better perception near the rail
That very well
As
could
opposed-
be. Good
yeah.
observation.
because he made all the ones he was thinning out play.
I almost think he wants to brush rail first here. I'm not sure. You gotta just try to draw straight into position.
I would, yeah. I don't like hitting the rails. You know what's going to go. Thank you, Mike. This man has a chin. Headache could be a problem. But it looks to me like he's going to be taking his first lead of the match. This one, he's got to get it all the way here so he can back cut to 7, you know?
I think he's gonna draw into position.
I think he wants to.
Yeah.
But if he's over here, I mean, on the long rail near,
Mention when you're
near
saying
the
here,
chalk.
because
No, no,
let the people know
I'm saying the chalk.
where the chalk is. Yeah.
He can leave near the chalk. He's perfect.
I think he's perfect now. Yeah.
I don't see it perfect from here. Now he's going to force it. He may come out of it good,
Yeah.
but if it's near the chalk, it's automatic. Now,
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
now he's got to come with a good shot.
Apply a little
Yeah.
bit of right on it.
But see what I mean, Brian?
Yeah. Now
It's
he's
the
not
other
perfect.
way. It was a hanger.
Yeah.
Now he has to come with good shots. Just that little difference makes all the difference.
Be honest with you, I'm not loving this because he's going to be going. He might even brush into the 9 or mess something up. Would you consider playing a safety here under the 9?
I'd shoot it. Because the 9 you're going to make from anywhere. So in my mind, I'm thinking if I make the 8, I win. I just put all your thought on making the 8.
He should be at least an 80%er
Oh boy.
to get good position.
Yeah.
But he sold it. He sold the farm.
I like what he did. He was fast.
Yeah.
Little free game. That game was huge.
Yeah. That was a tough shot still on this pocket, but at a certain point you want to go down swinging, right?
I do.
That was one of them.
I don't want to keep ducking and ducking.
Yeah.
And that was a very.
It sends a bad message too. Plus you have to build your confidence a little as you
Yeah.
go. Okay, Christoff goes up. I'm sorry. Nick goes up 5-4. Hey, we're on a player's break, so we'll be back in a moment. We're finishing up the player break. Brett getting ready to break. He's up 5-4. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken, and I'm with Bobby Hunt. Actually, Bobby's out of the booth for a moment. He'll be making his way back in. Watching the Yale Sharks in Yale Billiards, Wallingford, Connecticut. This is the final to the Mike Zuglin 9-ball tour, Josh NorthEast 9-ball tour. He lost the cue ball a little bit here, but he ends up with a shot on the 1, and the 2-4 looks like it's on. An easy one here with the 2-4 next. Looks like he's over-rolling it a little bit.
This one looks like went a little further than I expected.
Maybe he'll carom it, or maybe he still got the combo.
I think the combo will be good. The cue take off. Like one thing, I usually think he always seems to make the right decisions all the time. You know, he doesn't take many. Only mistakes he makes, the couple balls he missed. You know, he really doesn't seem to ever make any mistakes.
Yeah, well,
Breaks good, kicks
thinking this
good.
one over. Yeah,
This one,
yeah, it looks too close for the
you
carom.
know,
So I think on the combo he wants to attempt to overcut it.
yeah, you got to worry about the side because he wants to get past the 8 too. And I said he's carbon fiber shafts. They get more spin than I can do. Nice shot.
Very, very nice. Slow down.
Straighten it out.
Very good. And now what? Let it rip with a little inside? Or do you try to slide around because you got traffic?
I like what you're saying with the inside. Problem is,
it deadens it.
It deadens it, and if it deflects a tiny bit, it's going to jar in that corner pocket.
Oh, it'll start sliding over.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You got to hit it really good in these pockets.
Yeah, you can't overhit it.
Look at when Frankie tried the combination down here with the inside.
Yeah, he did
and
it
he
there.
just butchered it.
Yep. Yeah, so he did the inside. It worked out pretty good in that instance.
But yeah, he hit that really nice. Did you say hi to Billy Anderson? Ask him why he didn't show up today.
Oh, hey, Billy. What you doing, man? Yeah, this was the final. Hey, David, did you say that you were the people of Montreal were going to be changing out the stadium, building a new one? I guess you said it was built in '76.
That ball just keeps going, Brian.
Keep going.
Oh. Excuse me, stop just in time. Does the 8 go by the 9?
Take a look over and say, it's close. I think it does.
David
Boy,
said,
it is
David
close.
said something to you. Sure does.
Oh, I see. They're going to change out the roof. Very good. Yeah, they've been complaining about it, I know, for a long time. You're going to end up above the 7?
I think he's going to check him over by the side pocket.
You can keep it. I thought he's going to go over it. Above the 7. Maybe
Oh,
around it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's above the 7.
I thought he would go around, you know what I mean? Around,
I get you. Yep.
That's what I thought.
Around the world.
Because he hit that with inside. And he came out pretty good.
He's looking pretty good. Got very close to his work. You know, he may end up if the 8 doesn't go, he may end up accepting a carom on the 9 ball.
David said something to you. Now I got to hit you.
Whoa! You see what he says? David's in charge of all the iron work. The iron workers in Quebec. So you are a man in the know.
Oh boy,
He missed that, and he was right
that
on
pretty
it.
bad. It looks like you got away with it though, Brian. Or certainly left him tough.
And it looks like he was setting up for the carom. He wasn't purposely going over there for the 8 ball to go through.
I think maybe he cuts the 7 to the left and tried to put the cue up between the. I got more to him. That doesn't bother me, believe it or not. This would be nice if he gets him behind it. Oh, he went for the bank shot. I thought he was going to go full.
Look, he's still shooting.
I stand corrected. I thought he was going to put him behind the 8-9.
Good Lord. Does he have enough of this 8 to bank it, or is he going to just try to get safe?
I can't tell, Brian. I can't tell you. I think he's got a lot of it. Boy, I would hate to go down on this bank shot. I don't know what he's looking at.
Looking at kicking it. I mean, I wouldn't be kicking.
Wow.
I don't think I'd be kicking it if I have an edge in the front of it.
Well, I'd rather bank than kick.
Yeah. Well, he ends up leaving him tough.
Yeah, very nice. Maybe we should go up to Canada and get a couple of iron workers so we know someone. And
Yeah, we
take care
go,
of us.
go up there and build something.
Yeah.
We got a connection now.
Yeah,
Evelyn says kick and stick.
not from this distance. I hit that really nice.
Yep. Good speed. A little more would have been great, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
I was going to say, try the same thing, but it looks like the cue ball might come awful close to a scratch.
Yeah, you come across the face of it. Yeah.
I think I'd be cutting it to the right side of the 8, try to spin it, leave the cue ball on the long rail on the right, and the 8 ball over here on this rail, maybe get the 9 in the middle.
Sounds good.
I don't see much else. Kind of that. Well, that's about as good as he could hope for.
Yeah, I mean, he put the burden back on him.
Yeah. 5-4.
You know, at one point or another, one of these guys is going to just feel it and say, I'm banking it in.
Problem with bank here, I think that cue ball is going to wind up over here someplace. I don't like to make a tough bank to get a tough shot on a 9. Is he trying to bank over where he's standing and cue ball behind the 9 again? You know what I mean?
Yep, could do that.
Put that in the middle.
Looks like he's hitting that side of the 8-ball.
He hit it too thin.
He left it.
Oh boy, yeah, he hit that too thin.
Christopher, all you got to do is pull it back a couple inches and you're good to go.
You know, from
It
that,
looks pretty straight in.
Yeah, but from that angle, Brian, that's small. That's a small target, and you know these side pockets are tough.
Oh, I know.
But I think he has to do what you said. Nice shot.
Beautiful.
Well, he's not giving up. 5-5.
We got action once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you could, like, share, donate if you're so inclined.
Everyone says
Really
sleeping in
appreciate
the
it.
streets.
That's right.
I've never slept in the street, but I slept in my car. I slept under pool tables. Yeah, like more times.
I slept under a car. So you remember how I was saying that I rode my motorcycle to Montreal? I rode my bicycle to Lake George, which is not too far.
Yeah, you told me that.
And the final place that we got to was Glens Falls, New York. There was a laundromat, and me and my buddy Peter, who rode his bike with me, we were sleeping on a folding table in an all-night laundromat, and the cop came by with his what do they call the billy club, and he was rapping on the glass, and he told us to get out of there. We were actually putting a dime in the dryer and letting the dryer heat up, and then we put our torso in there to warm up. And it was a light rain going on. It was August, but it was still cold up there in the Adirondacks. And the cop told us to get out of there. And we got out, and we went a couple of blocks up. There was a used car dealership, and we slid underneath a car to get out of the rain. We were using that as cover. We were sleeping underneath the car. That's my story for sleeping under a car.
Yeah, I don't think I could squeeze under a car anymore.
Oh no, I need you know what I need? I need like big, what do they call it? Bigfoot.
Oh,
Bigfoot I can get under.
Patty, I think both of these people did beat Lucas. I'm not positive, but I think so. Didn't they, Brian?
No, I think it was both of the Canadian guys.
Oh, both Canadians beat Lucas.
Pretty sure. I know for sure. I know for sure Nick did, and I'm pretty sure his road partner from Canada.
Lucas is playing with the Canadians right now.
Oh, good. Okay, good. The other Canadian, tell us his name again. Ravinier something.
No habla.
Oh, habla. Very good, Bob. You're like our mascot for international embracement.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm talking about Canadians. You're talking about no habla. You're crazy, man. I'll tell you one thing about these guys from Canada. They got the nicest shoes out of everybody here. They're wearing some good-looking sneakers, man.
Yeah.
The other one, oh my goodness, is like bright green blue. Nice shot.
And that F-250 is a pretty big car, truck, Jason. A lot of room under there. I do remember sleeping under pool tables.
Joanne, the reason why me and my buddy Peter Donat, and if you ever looked him up, that name, Peter Donat, not that you would have any reason to, his uncle, yes, his uncle. His uncle was a famous actor with the same name, Peter Donat, and he was the original Mr. Chips in Goodbye, Mr. Chips, the English movie, the headmaster in the movie. And Peter, the reason we went there, Peter's father owned a teenage girls' camp.
Nice, yeah. Oh.
And that's the reason we went up there on our bicycles.
He's in trouble.
No, we weren't in our 30s. We were teenagers, too. Ben, how you doing, Ben?
And I think he's going to be locked behind that 8-ball in a couple seconds.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't get the catalytic converters.
Michael Keith. And when that was quite a back room at Chicago Billiards. You'd have 10 guys sleeping on the floor, and everybody afraid that someone's going to steal their money.
So, hey, listen, guys, Chucky Altamore, who was one of the best players ever in Connecticut some years ago when he was a young man, he actually played in this tournament, and it was very nice to see him. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Actually, he was at Shooters not too long ago, but he's been a little out of circulation. Bobby, please tell the story about him at Chicago Billiards with Larry and the mattress. That is so great. It's brilliant.
Well, when we all hung around Chicago Billiards, there were 2 bedrooms, one small one and one where most people slept. And there were sleeping bags on the ground and mattresses. Well, Chucky was living there for quite a while. Excuse me. Chucky went out and bought a brand new air mattress. And he came back and he set it all up really nice. Well, he wound up playing Larry Lascotti. Larry beat him for the air mattress. And the next morning when Larry woke up, he said there was a knife buried in the mattress, stuck right through into the floor. He said, I don't know if Chucky did it, but I wouldn't bet against it. But they jammed it, and yeah.
The odds were strong.
Yeah, they were that Chucky did it. I don't know if it's true, but somebody's tried to stab Larry's mattress.
Just be happy it wasn't your arm.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Larry was just fun to be around. Hey, Jim, how are you? I loved having Larry around.
Good evening, Jim.
Larry was always made you smile.
Thank you very much.
He always made something happen. Anything he did with Larry was fun.
Well, they don't make him like that anymore, and they don't make him like him ever.
He was rare.
He was unique, right?
Yeah, he really was.
That one I'm surprised he missed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he's showing a little frustration.
Could have gone ahead 6-5. And Larry was just fun to be around. I never saw him one time where I didn't smile when I saw him. You know, it's hard to believe he's been gone 19 years. Seems like just like we were together last year. Oh boy,
Very surprising.
what does this mean? I've seen this a couple times. The D after the words.
Oh, that's just a big, like, that's supposed to be a smiley face. That's like with a big smile. The D.
Okay. Okay.
It's like,
I
it's supposed
didn't
to be
know
the
what you
mouth. Yeah. I gotta explain emoticons to this guy. This is how old and out of touch he is.
Yeah.
Even I knew that one. Yeah, Jim, I was thinking about Yale chickens or Yale. What can we do with the name?
Talk to Bobby Hilton. See what his thoughts.
He got a pretty good laugh off of it today when I told him he had heard about it. I actually had people texting me. They were I reeled them in pretty good. I only had it out there for like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
You know why?
And then I retracted it.
I was falling for it.
You were falling for it.
Because I knew you just sold that car yesterday.
Oh, I sold a big car,
the day before. So it was possible.
Well, that wouldn't be enough. That was just $165,000.
Down payment?
It would be a down payment, yeah.
Yeah.
I sold my James Bond car yesterday. I had an Aston Martin I put up and sold on a big auction site.
Benny Hogan. Hey, Benny. And you're right. I'm not living in the right world. And Patty?
Yeah.
What year did I get a cell phone? Oh, God. Wasn't that long ago. Within the last 7, 8 years, maybe?
Ben, you should come over here and do a little commentary. I know you don't want to blow your cover either, but you should. You've got good stories. Got good life experience.
Yeah.
You certainly know pool. He's asking you what year you got a cell phone. Did you answer?
I just said,
Oh, okay.
That had to be like 7, 8 years ago. And you know the reason I got it?
Andy, the chicken coop. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I got it, my sister was on her friends and family plan.
Yeah.
And she was 18 months behind on the payments. So Colleen took the phone and we were already paying for it. So she says, you may as well take it, Bob. That's how I wound up with a phone.
Might as well take it. We're paying for it. Well, there was that time, huh, when kids were running bills up and people were getting like $1,200 bills. I would have came at my kid with a
Oh,
with a
boy.
baseball bat if that happened.
Yeah.
Well, a wiffle ball bat.
And he's got a
Like
commentator's
47.
face. Hey, Robert. And Bart Massey.
I got a great face for radio.
Chicago Billiards was a great pool room for about 2 years. It was nonstop, and then it got real dumpy about the third year. But those first 2 years, I was trying to work back then. I had to quit because I couldn't deliver mail and stay in the pool room all night. I never should have got that job. But it was,
Well, I think it's good that you
it
had a
was
job
great
so that
pool.
you knew what it felt like to have one.
Ugh,
So you'd have a reference point.
well, I tried working. I just didn't like it. I didn't like people could tell you what to do. And I didn't like the fact you had to be there every day.
Which so many jobs require. You know,
Yeah, I didn't
that you
mind.
do what they ask and that you come.
I really never really minded delivered mail. It was easy.
Yeah.
You know. And I did have a job as a toll collector one time.
That I can't imagine.
That you had to try to steal 50 a day in quarters and not jingle when walking out of there at night. I was jingling and trying.
Obviously, that was back before they had cameras.
Oh yeah, this is back
A little better accountability.
when I bought my condominium, 1975.
No, this is the final, Keith. This is the final.
Yeah, this is the final, man.
Yeah.
If
It's a race to 9, and if Christoff makes 9, then they're going to play a second set to 7.
mhm. The horror, Bobby, the horror. Yeah, Benny, I wish I had never done that. I've never played as well as I played before I took that job. But Benny, on a good note, I haven't been broke one day since I went to work.
Look at this
Look at
beautiful.
that.
I'm going to show
What a
this again,
nice-
guys. What a spectacular safety this is. That's beautiful. Nice shot, Christoff.
Colleen's here. Hi, Colleen.
Hey, Colleen, I was just thinking about you. I was just going to announce something to you, which was I heard you're not feeling well, and I wish you the best with your cold, flu, whatever it is. I knew it was just a matter of time. So
Yeah.
feel better.
All the rest of us got it, including Carla.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it sounds like Bobby Hilton's getting something.
Somebody else was talking earlier here that for 2 weeks they can't get rid of it. I've had mine for 2 weeks.
It's hanging on, right?
Man. Well,
You may have the combo or the
He has it.
or the carom.
I think the problem with the combo, Brian, I think if he hits it good and makes the 8, 4 or 5 ball stays right there.
It's not going to go. It's not going
It's
to
not
go
gonna
where
move.
it needs to.
And the cue ball is going to wind up on the same side of the table.
Makes a good case for the carom.
Carom or safe. The safe looks pretty good too, doesn't it?
Yeah, you
Straight
come a
out.
couple of rails and
Yeah, just hold it right there behind it.
stay put. He's looking. He's eyeballing the carom.
If he plays the combination short, rail first, which is what I think he's looking at,
Yeah.
I like that. Because that way at least it'll put the 5 on the long rail.
Mhm.
The cue will be over there someplace.
Yeah, he's weighing them both out.
What is the score? 5-5, 6.
We're tied. Yeah. 5. Yeah. He decided to go. I don't know if he's hitting rail first. No, this is straight. Nice
Yeah,
combo.
He played.
What a terrible luck that was.
He played rail first.
Oh, did he hit the
Rail
rail?
first. That's why he came out.
Yeah, look at this.
He got
Look at
rid of
this lousy luck he got.
Unfortunate. Such a nice shot.
Yeah, it was. Colleen, don't hold back. Tell me how. How do you think it happened? You know, you could you could visit him in the nighttime, right? With the pot and the pan and wooden spoon. Do what you got to do. Chucky Taylor sneakers. That's what he's wearing, isn't it? He's got his Chucky tees. That's what these are about.
Oh,
The Chucky Taylors.
Ben, I don't think I know much French Canadian. I know English. Andy says we got him sick too.
Oh, it's you, Bobby. That kind of, what do you mean we? I didn't have it.
Oh, he got.
I'm trying to avoid it.
Oh boy! All of a sudden, he started making mistakes. Just 3 or 4 open shots. He was playing perfect for so long.
I think he just thins this ball and gets underneath the 9-6.
Yeah, I like that too. I was thinking he might be looking at 4 and 5 off the green ball. Karen in the corner. I don't know what else he would have been looking at for that long. Yeah, everyone said Billy the Kid laying it. I remember when Billy was 15. Thought he was going to be a world beater.
Well, how about that? I didn't think he was going to try to make it.
Now look at that's about the worst thing.
Disaster.
Yeah. Jim, I don't know where Lucas finished. I mean, he was in the top 12, but I don't know how close he came.
Yeah, he got knocked out a while ago.
Yeah,
he was done earlier
today.
Yeah.
So if he would have cashed, but just barely. I think he's getting a little tentative here. Balls he missed.
Oh yeah, you know.
Does he know?
How psychological is this game, guys?
He knows he should have put this match away, and he hasn't.
Well, he's sitting pretty now to get down to the 7 ball. Yeah, he's had a couple of instances, a couple of matches where he let people come back up on him. He had a lead and
that doesn't finish him. Plays so good too.
But in the end, he did finish them. Steve Mack gave him a run for the money, and so did Jesse. Steve made an amazing comeback.
Yeah, he did.
He was down 7-2 and ended up losing 9-7.
Steve played good.
And he didn't have to lose either because he
said
he made a tough decision to play a 1 ball. Just a really difficult cut where he had an easy safety.
Steve Rainville, Lucas Bucky were here. Jeremy Sassi didn't play here. You had a man from Germany played well. Was playing right now. There was decent players.
There was Sean Alaska Morgan from New York City.
Played pretty good.
He's a good player.
Frankie Hernandez is always.
Frankie Hernandez was here. Ron Costanza from upstate New York.
Yeah, I was surprised seeing him get back.
Yeah, right. He's a great player. All right, Nick gets himself another one. So 6-5. Ryan Cullen is a local, very good player. He was in.
If Frankie finished, he must have finished 5-6.
I would say estimated. Yeah. I don't know if they're carrying this, guys, on digital pool.
They did last time, remember?
Yeah, you might be able to see it on digital pool. If not, the Shark Stream itself on Facebook may have posted the brackets. I'm telling you, we're getting a lot of French names on our chat.
Yeah, like Bucky Suvental.
That's
Is that French?
God, Bobby. Yeah, you're the ambassador, the Shark Stream ambassador.
I remember Bucky when he was back playing when he was about couldn't have been more 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah, well, he was playing pretty good 19, 20.
Yeah, he'd been a good player a long time. He had an uncle that played better than him, but he went back to
Vietnam. Where is he from? Thailand?
It was one of them, Thailand, Cambodia. I forgot what country. But his uncle was a really good player.
Yeah.
I mean, Bucky is too. But back then, the uncle was better.
Bucky's so good that I think I mentioned this before. Excuse my yawn, guys. Long day. Bucky, I'm 99% certain.
And
He won the-
Nick has 6. Not he won't. It was 5-5. You gave him 2 for that last game.
Well, I thought it was a heck of an out.
So you paid him extra.
Yeah.
You should see what Christoff thinks about that.
Sorry for that.
We believe it's correct now.
I'm gonna double check it here too. Bucky, I'm 99% sure he won the Open. Yeah, 6-5. Thank you. He won the Open Division Super Billiards Expo.
That must have been.
That's quite a big deal. I'm gonna guess it was 8-10 years ago. Of course, one of the famous players from right here at Yale Billiards won the Amateur Open at the Super Billiards Expo actually 3 years ago. That's small bill Phil Davis.
I feel pretty good.
Well, that's a pretty darn good safe. How is he going to hit this ball, Bob?
I would think he'd go here, to the right.
Yeah, he's
Right short rail, right long rail, and get the one coming in that way.
Yeah, he's looking to come
This-
right there. That's
Yeah,
a tough hit, man.
That's really, you get that huge 3 ball.
You have to, the 6 ball too.
If you go too much, yeah. I think the other way, well, I don't know. I think either way it's tough. He's got to do what he's comfortable with. He's left-handed. So I still would have liked the other one better. Maybe use that. Yeah, see, that was tough.
Mhm.
You better hope that 9 doesn't get too
Boy,
close.
oh boy. Well, look how he's got to go 2-3. That's going to maybe save him.
I think if I'm him, I play the 1 down to the 2 and leave the cue ball behind the 9 right now. So he'll
Get
have,
him on the same page.
yeah, 1, 2 down there and the
Put him
ball
on
in hand.
two.
He
Put him on
starts,
two.
yeah, and he'll be starting right next to both balls. I think that's how I think that's what I would do. It's just looks too hard to get on the 2.
Like he's trying to track down to the 2.
I think so. I think it would be easier to try to duck one time.
Maybe he'll hit it straight into the rail. No, he looks like he's trying to make it.
He's playing a rail for inside. Just got to get by the 7.
He's there.
Ain't that tough, Brian?
Well, I think the good news for him is he's going to be able to get right back down there. He's got a little traffic to contend with.
Yeah, even coming down here, everywhere she goes.
Yeah, he wants to.
Excuse
He
me.
wanted to go another foot and a half.
That's why I like to play it safe for the first shot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe give your ball in hand to start off
I
with.
think he can get there though.
Oh, I think he can too, but it's tough.
He's got to do some threading.
He certainly is good enough. Missed it. Damn, if it was that way. It's good.
He made sure he had plenty of blockers.
Yeah, you're right. He came out real nice that way.
Wow. I don't know if the 7 will prevent him from going to that opposite rail and try to kick it that way. Got to just miss that 7.
How about this? The Z shot.
Well, Z is a possibility.
But even if he hits it, it's not going to go
And
anywhere.
the 4 is a
Everything
fairly
about
big ball.
That's why you hit this with a right, so when it goes straight across it, then it goes long. But I don't like it.
Does my telestrator work? I haven't used it in like a year and a half. He went
Does he see a line for 2 railing between the
the 2 rail. I don't know.
past the 5, 4,
the 5
past the 7? But he's left-handed. He's going to have trouble reaching the shot.
over here with a lot of slow spin. And you just got to do it. Well, that looks like a bad EKG, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say I like it coming this way.
Let me have a clear button.
Remember you couldn't find it earlier?
Oh, geez. Really? I can't clear that off? Oh, there's clear.
Oh, he went up, he hit a top spin, went up in the air. Came flew off the table.
Wow.
But I thought like this. 2. That was his best chance.
Is he on 2?
Uh, you know what? I think he is. Yeah. I think he is on 2.
Yeah, the kid's on 2. You, Patricia? I like my line. Trying to navigate napkins, water bottles.
You know, this one what I would do.
Oh, it doesn't matter what.
Well, I'm left-handed. I shoot from the rail. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, from over here. Coming this
Well,
way.
yeah, absolutely.
And there's my way, there's
I
nothing,
do this
yeah, there's,
kind of thing all the time.
there's nothing in the way my way.
You just sit it right next to it and you nip it and get going that way.
And this way, he's got balls.
He's got to
to
navigate traffic right from the beginning.
Oh, he
Oh,
went.
he's playing safe.
Well, that was not great.
I don't understand that. Oh, there goes the 3-foul reset.
But you know it's not gonna. We're gonna go to hell. Yeah. It's just yeah, I don't understand. All right, what is that word David Marine put? Abaslack? Do you know what that means?
No, but I'd like 2 pieces of it.
If it has chocolate on it.
How sweet is it? What's a tabaslack? I don't know what that is.
Sometimes he doesn't have any.
Over here?
Yeah, put a cake in the freezer or something. Oh, it's a swearing word in French.
Oh, okay. Is there a direct translation? I'm impressed that we got all these French Canadians on here having a look for their countrymen.
They got their horses running.
Your horses ran pretty good here.
I played Luke Salvis once. He's the fastest person I ever played. I was down 4-0 in 6 minutes. I couldn't believe it.
I used to watch this guy play and I marveled at, I mean, he's that fast, but he stayed accurate.
And he said,
The
yeah,
guy didn't miss.
the turtle was like that too. It ran hundreds and
Machine gun.
ran around the table. But I just remember playing Luke and it was 6 minutes. I was down 4-0. I was with Frankie and Ginky. And that's what they said, Bobby, you're playing 6 minutes. I said, yeah, down 4-0. I took 3 bathroom breaks just to get back in the match. He's the
I
fastest.
slow him down.
He's the fastest guy I ever played. I was like, Karen off at 2-9. Did that look like it? He was laying over here. I'd like it.
Yeah, not from here. Yeah.
I think he's trying it though.
I'd have somebody watch him.
Yeah. Oh, he's not trying it.
Safety time.
What a nice snuck
Leaked
out.
way out. And it leaked out so much. He might be able to thin this to the point where I don't know if he can catch a little bit of that 6 to slow the cue ball down.
I think that it's going to go 6 and shoot straight up the table.
Might catch the top side, right? And he does have to put a little pace on it. In that case, you know what, Bob? It might make sense to just try to go up and back and play short side 3.
Yeah, is he?
Go behind the
Can he
4.
draw behind?
That's what I mean.
Can he do?
If he can, well, he's not drawn.
I think he's trying to hit the 6 kind of full.
Well, that's what I thought. If that could
You know,
happen.
if you hit a ton of inside, cut it as thin as you can, just like
He
that.
did. He
Very
was
nice.
able to hit it full.
Very nice.
Okay, so he held it, and now he's got the 4 waiting for him.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky baby. Lucky baby is all I gotta say.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's about me.
I don't want to jinx anybody and say connect the dots, but it looks like it's his rack if he wants it.
Yeah. Stephen Rainville, you said they called him Machine Gun. They called Lou Butera the Machine Gun too. He was the fastest American I ever saw, but he played straight pool.
Michael Keith said that Salvis broke around on him in under 30 seconds.
I swear he was the stroking as the cue ball would be slowing down, but he was accurate, which is shocking to me. I think it's tough to dog it when you do that. You shoot so quick, you don't have to spend any time thinking.
Oh, Tabernacle. I got you now. Just draw back out.
I can't tell. Yeah, I think he has the angle where he's going to go to this rail.
Oh, if he can bounce out, that'd be great.
I think so. Jason Longo speaking up. Hello, Jason. We missed you today.
Good evening, sir.
Does Luke Salvas still play pool? Oh, no. No longer plays in tournaments. Well, he'd have to be in his 60s by now, I think, wouldn't he?
What's wrong with that?
No. It's a lot. That's.
Remember way back when you were in your 60s?
Oh, God, yeah. So I wish it was still. I remember when I thought 50 was old. I remember when I was young and I was cocky, and I remember saying, nobody over 50 could beat me. God, I was stupid. Look at how far he's stretching. My God, this will be a great shot. Can you do that, Brian? Because I can't stretch like that.
I would need a little more formidable table.
What a shot.
Get me one of them, give me one of them Super Gandy Rasson hybrids. Nice shot.
That was
perfect shape.
I couldn't stretch. He stretched all the way across the table.
Oh yeah, it was like a stretchy man.
Man, yeah. He's so nice and slim. Well, he just took that's the biggest lead, I think, 7-5.
Yep, 2 games. Well, I think he went up 2-0 at the beginning. Yeah.
Early. He's let me get you. Eastern Cliff. Sammy, yeah, you're right, Cliff. Sammy the Shoe is maybe the fastest I've ever seen.
Oh, that's our Luke Salvis.
The difference is Luke can really play. Sammy isn't the same.
Sammy's still a work in progress.
Yes, he is.
He falls into his pre-shot routine is falling.
I don't know
into the shot.
I don't know how he makes a ball, but he does.
But he does.
I love when Sammy's playing by himself and he gets in an argument.
Boy, he does argue hard with himself.
There's nobody there.
He does argue hard. I'll tell you what. There's been a changeover in this room. About what is it now? About 3 months ago, 4 months ago, that they put all these Littman lights in.
Oh, yeah.
What an improvement this has been.
Kevin, you're right. There's only one Sammy the Shoe. Don't get him mixed up with Sammy the Glove.
No.
But the shoe is
Glove,
special.
The glove and the shoe are different people.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
Nice to see you.
A friend of ours stopped in, Jimmy Brennan.
Hey, Jimmy Brennan, we knocking you?
You gonna be here for a while?
No, I can't watch any more of this.
It's almost over. We're very close.
I think this table.
Unless we need another set. If Christoff makes it, to the to 9.
Mike Keith's comment. Yeah, Mike, we took a break. An old friend of ours. Well, not even an old friend of ours stopped in.
I'm not old.
Well, yeah, you are. Just not as old
I'm
as
old.
us.
That's true.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah,
You stick around. This is over.
probably. Just came down to say hello to Zugwood.
Oh, got the guys from
Hey, Joe, how are you, man?
Germany.
Yeah, we muted the
Couple
mic
of
for a second. We had somebody tuck in
This is a
here.
Canadian and German guy, huh?
There's another Canadian kid,
And the Canadian guy won last week too.
and there's a Canadian one.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
playing Lucas. That's when I stuck my head out. It's coming from everywhere.
Players truly turn international here.
Yeah, really. Dude. Wow.
And the fella Nick Charette, he's got a whole contingent of French
Oh, French
Canadians on here
Oh yeah.
on the chat. Oh yeah. I'm trying to work out some poutine with these guys. You ever had poutine? You ever heard of that?
I've heard of it.
It's like a real comfort food from up in the
Isn't it the gravy and
gravy, potatoes, like
the
French fries,
potatoes,
and peas, everything.
I've heard of all kind of food. There ain't a lot of foods I ain't heard of.
Christoff Neumayer is going to be bringing one back here.
Did you see? He went into Jason went in to pick Sammy's shoe from the hospital. He didn't know his last name.
The shoe?
Yeah, that's how we shoot. Apparently, his last name is Paul.
No, can't be.
No, I think you said his real name.
Paul?
No, it's the last name.
It's not Sam. Sammy the shoe is Paul Smith.
Is that his name?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. That's how nicknames work.
Oh God.
He took Sammy the glove. It's
Yeah, that was Sammy the glove. I'm sorry, that wasn't the shoe. Yeah, that was the glove. Mics are muted? I don't think so.
no, we're on. We're live. They were.
We turned them off for a couple of minutes. Sammy the
I already
glove.
explained. Yeah. Sammy the glove.
And I know
Been
that
watching
this
this
guy too. He used to own a pool room.
Yeah,
up,
yeah, the Bobby Cobus. Yeah.
I heard he was in and out of the hospital recently. Last couple of years.
Yeah, I thought he almost died a couple of years. Something really bad happened. Was it cancer or a heart attack or something?
Who, Sammy?
Yeah,
Well, he did have cancer.
but I mean, he couldn't
There
talk.
was something with his voice box or throat or something, but he.
Focus,
Seems to have
guys.
gotten
We're riding the
tested.
9 here. Let's focus.
Oh yeah, look at that ambulance.
This will put him on the hill.
We're rethinking it.
But how many of these people are blaming carbon fiber, Jimmy?
Everyone.
Oh my goodness, it's most of the field nowadays.
That wasn't sitting on the rail. It'd be easier to slide up. He's still probably going to get it.
I think he's gonna. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, we got the first person on the hill. Yes, Patty, we saw the 9 hanging. Oh, Pete said something. Mangiafico? What does that mean?
His last name.
No. Is that a name? Apparently, I insulted Canadians when I said no habla. Jimmy said,
He's our ambassador for international relations.
This is pool commentary. We can't be politically correct.
yeah, we shouldn't be in a pool room.
Oh, they're starting to speak French on us.
I don't know how. Brian Merrick's back. Salmon Magnificent. Hey, Brian.
Oh, that's true. It is something like that. It is.
He's talking
His
about
last name really
the
is like
glove. The glove.
Magnificent, something like Frenchy or something. Madame and Messieurs.
How's your mother?
Not as good as Sammy the Glove.
They've been having a devil of a time racking today.
I'll tell you, we were watching some of these racks, 5, 6, 7 minutes.
To racks.
Just to rack the balls. Finally,
Mike Zuglin, I think, came out and said,
Mike's-
giddy up.
now since then, they just started throwing them up there. This is the longest I've seen a rack in a bit.
This kid here was getting frustrated. Very frustrated.
Mike Keith.
Bobby's not afraid of any Canadian. Send them all down.
Canadian.
We'll play any Canadian some one hole.
Mike Keith.
I know. You're right, Michael. That's
Oh,
right.
Phil Davis is here.
Hey, Phil.
The glove and the shoe. Yeah, they are perfect, Phil. I hate watching them, checking the rack for so.
We got a pretty funny exchange we'll tell you about when we see you next. It involves bloody gauze. That's all I could say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell. I see Dave Blanchett mentioned Danny Hewitt.
Hewitt.
I played Danny
Yeah,
once.
he's a great player.
In Sal Bev's room, we played one night.
Yeah, he's another tall one.
That had to be
Right?
15 years ago, at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
tall
big,
kid.
one of the biggest breaks I've ever seen at the time.
Hi, Colleen. I see her.
Colleen's under the weather. Bobby poisoned her with this flu or whatever he's been dealing with. Feeling better now.
Yeah, actually, if you'd have called me, last 2 weeks I've been sick.
Yeah.
I started just
I
feeling better.
have been too. I can't get over it.
Yeah,
Like a
But
month.
everybody's sick.
it's off.
Maybe it's COVID.
Well, I got tested.
I don't check.
Everything seems to be stronger.
I don't check it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm
It
not-
is what it
I'm-
is. You get through it.
I'm not stronger.
You're either going to get through it or you're not going to get through it.
That's it. Who cares?
Julian Corbett. The shoe threw his head back and let out a primal scream. I got scared and left. And the thing is, Sammy's playing by himself. We're in the pool room over there, I think a while back, and Sammy's over all by himself on table 2. And I said, Chicken, Sammy's in an argument.
With himself?
He's
I wonder
arguing.
if he won.
How about this? Sammy the Shoe. I have a famous cue because it
Thank
won
you,
a lot of
Jason.
money. It's called the Peroni cue. And this thing is bent. I had it made that it's so warped. It's like W.C. Fields cue.
I think I told you.
And we got action with it for like $1,000. It's hilarious. Brought it over to shooters, and Sammy was sure. Sammy the Shoe was sure that he could make balls with this cue, and he wanted to play. We're playing for $5 with Billy.
He was
And
shooting one.
Billy gave him, I don't know, a million balls, in one pocket, and it was hilarious. I mean, he was shooting behind his back. It was really, really funny. The guy couldn't make anything. And the tip is like super glue. It's like a marble.
Yeah, it's
Besides
it's
being
unreal.
like,
You know,
like a
only one
real
who lost
bow.
money. Lucas played at 1,000. He could beat it.
He
No
thought
chance.
he was so confident that he could beat it.
And he wanted to play more, but I couldn't get it back. Well, he's gonna come with a tough shot here. He's on the hill.
Yeah.
You got to back. Is he gonna back shot this ball? Because he doesn't hesitate to play safe if he doesn't like it. This guy plays really good, Jim.
I've been watching some of this, and I was going to say he doesn't hesitate to miss a couple either.
He's good.
Yeah.
But that's, earlier he didn't miss anything.
They
Oh,
said,
really?
they said he's won the last 2 Joss events.
Yeah. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah,
I don't want to get any Canadians mad at me, but he had a nice shot.
He said, have I impressed you yet?
No, he
You're
impressed
looking
me.
at the position and saying, not really.
Yeah. He's up the rail with him, just an equally tough cut.
Merrick says right.
Yeah, of course, just draw right into the 9 here. Well, I'll tell you what, if he makes this, he should be home free.
One would think.
Yeah. Earlier he was playing almost perfect. I think he ran out of. They're having trouble with this tape too. Everyone's been talking. It's really.
Yeah, I will. I'll bring it out of
Real
retirement
bouncy.
soon, Jason. Nice shot.
Hit it good.
Nice shot. Well, he's 3 away from the title. Well, good time and case here. I'm going to thank our feature sponsors, Viking Q's, Simonis Cloth, Aramith Products, and Andy Gow. Thank you very much for keeping the Shark Stream going. Also, all of our local sponsors. Thanks to Bobby Hilton for keeping it going. And of course, to all of our viewers. Really appreciate you guys.
I get a message from Jason.
Let's go.
You gonna play the Brony Q, Brian?
He didn't
Oh,
hit
no,
that
that's for
one great.
Jason.
Oh,
That's for Jason wants to
Is
do
it-
with it.
I said he didn't hit that ball great.
I tell you, it's really nice.
Watch the reach this gentleman has.
He stretched before.
Oh,
From
man.
here all the way over here. I couldn't
Half
get to
climbed up on the table.
Man, he's so skinny.
Yeah, he's lanky, man. He can get there.
And he doesn't ever shoot before he's ready.
Yeah. And it's just a tough cut, and on a table where you ain't got the speed down.
I think we're starting to see some uptick here in the chat we're getting some Canadian pride. I think they're getting excited. He's about to close it. Must be a nice guy for them to be rooting him on like this.
Yeah, that looks like gin, Brian.
No conceding the ball, I guess. He's not going to give it up. Doesn't want Mike Zuckerman mad at him for the next tournament. Canadian pride. Congratulations, Nick Charette, the winner of the Yale stop of the Mike Zuckerman Predator Northeast Tour. President shots of Northeast Tour then. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken for Bobby Hunt. We got Jimmy Brennan knocking around, taking a look. Thanks for hanging out with us, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure.
apologize to anyone I offended today.
I apologize for Bob. He's old.
Bob wants to apologize if anybody he offended out there. He's just having an enjoyable time and trying to relate with everybody in a humorous way. Have a good one, guys. Till next time.
We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here on the Shark Stream. You have Connecticut APA, SigmaWare, Agency One Group, Jacoby Custom Cues, Women in Pool, Mabel's Tables at Michael's Deli, NM Billiard Sales and Service, 11 Hall Avenue, Wallingford, Connecticut, KM Maintenance, JT's Pool Cue Repair, Salado App, Mark Anthony Home Improvements, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Jimmy's Auto Service, Joe Master Billiards, Aramith Balls, Organic Tattoo, Vaculease, Tweeden Fiber Corp, Harriman Real Estate, Pool Table Magic, Ben Strong, K Morgan, Man Cave Memories, and of course, Viking Cues, Simonis Cloth, and Andy Gow. This is Bobby saying, boom, without you, there is no us.